Always grab a pillow or a soft block or something to sit on. So we're going to be in a diamond shape with our legs. If you find this more uncomfortable, you'd rather start a different position, just get into a comfortable position for you. So if you feel pinchy in the hips, you can always, or knees, you can always put something underneath to bring us out of the stretch a little bit. So instead of having our feet really close, let's just step them a bit further forward. Then we're just gonna wiggle, sit nice and upright, tip our pelvis, and just come into like a diamond shaped fold. You can always use maybe a block, depending on how low you're folding, to rest your head on, or just let the head kind of hang. And maybe tuck the chin a little bit and get a bit of stretch in the back of the neck, so the back of the body stretching. Just relaxing the shoulders, so arms wherever they feel comfortable. And we're going to stay here for about a minute before we start moving. And just start taking notes on how everything's feeling, how we're feeling, how we're breathing. Just get focused on in the moment now. So we're gonna, if we can, breathe in and out through the nose. So just taking a full breath in. Just feel your belly expanding in the gap in between the thighs. Your sides expand, your back, and then exhaling, just feel your belly draw in. And maybe you fall a little deeper into the fold there. So again, just a nice full breath in through the nose. Maybe noticing yourself rising slightly. And then exhaling. As your belly draws in, just feel yourself falling. Just keep breathing nice and slowly. Notice where you're feeling any tension. So you can keep connected to your breathing and focused on how everything's feeling throughout the class. Okay, so on the next inhale, we'll just slowly sit upright. And then we're going to bring our right foot with our right hand just in closer, and then the left leg in front, and just try and get a comfortable position, the knees, hips, so we're in a kind of easy cross-leg position. So on the exhale, then we're going to lean over to the left leg, start to lean forward, lean over to the right leg, and then inhale, we're back up to center. So we're just taking some circles. So exhale as we lean one way in front to the right, and then inhale back up. If you want to, you can just take one big whole circle per exhale and then one whole circle per inhale. So just whatever feels good for you, your breathing rate and how fast or slow you want to take these circles. So arms can just stay relaxed, so you can start adding in circles with the shoulders, your head too. Just noticing how your hips feel, your thighs, different positions, glutes, the back of the body, sides, waist, shoulders, neck. Now we're going to slow the circles and start going in the opposite direction, so way we've just been. So we can lean to the right, to the centre, to the left, and then back. Noticing how this leg orientation feels as well, so the left leg crossed in front of the right. How the ankles, the knees. So big or small circles as you want. Just loosen it up. And then we'll just come to stillness then, and come nice and upright. So we're grounding down into our sit bones, try and lengthen the spine. So we're going to reach the left hands over to the left, and then start to circle the right hands, or reach the right hand up and overhead. So we side bend into the left, You can go further by dropping the elbow or reaching the left hand more. That right arm can be strong and reaching, or you can be more passive and just bend the right arm and rest the arm on the head. So just finding a stretch in that right side. We're just going to stay still for another 3 deep breaths. You can focus on expanding there on the inhale, and then exhaling, maybe leaning more to the left. So be strong for arm. Try and keep the shoulders away from the ears. You can keep rooting that right hip down and reach that right hand over. And then we're going to keep the head where it is and just drop the right hand by our right side. And now start to keep the head where it is. We're going to just start to sit upright and then reach the right hand to the right. So now we're in a neck stretch for the right shoulder, neck area. So keep the head to the left and we'll reach the right hand to the right, sitting more upright. And you can just keep maybe walking onto your fingertips. You might want to change the position slightly with the head. So you might want to tuck the chin slightly or lift the chin. And just play around a little so we feel a stretch in that right neck, shoulder kind of area. Not too much, so we don't want to strain anything. You can add the weight of your hand on the head, but I think I prefer, I get a lot of stretch here, so I don't want to overdo anything like this. It's up to you. If you want to use your left hand just to not pull the head at all, but maybe add on a little bit. It might be too much, so maybe not. Just see how your neck feels in this position. Okay, and then we'll just slowly, let's come back to centre, and with the head and with your arms. So we're going to undo the cross, so lean back first actually, just hold on to the knees, tuck the chin in, so we're in a kind of cross-legged cow. And then inhale, let's lift the chest, keep the legs crossed, just drop the shoulders and pop your chest through. So again, let's hold on to the knees, tuck the chin in and lean backwards. So as if you lean back anymore, the feet will start to lift. And then inhale as we sit back up. So we'll do 2 more. Exhale as we lean back. You may even test, let the feet lift up off the floor and you're kind of in a little boat, kind of falling over position. Inhale as we lift the chest. And then last one, then exhale as we lean back. And now we're going to come into a boat. So uncross the legs and bring the knees towards each other. Drop the shoulders, try and lift the chest out and really brace down. So instead of that falling back round the position, let's try and lift and hold boat. Easier feet can come down, otherwise keeping them lifted. Keep drawing your belly in, keep dropping the shoulders, keep lifting the head. And the shoulders have been pulled forward, you want to draw them back as well, whilst drawing down. Should we slowly unfold? Okay, 2 more breaths. And then just slowly resting the feet back down. Let's bring the soles of feet together, just open the knees out. And now sitting back upright. We're going to come into the other cross now. So we're going to reach for our left foot with the right hand, or with whichever hand. Bring the left leg in, and then bring the right leg now in front of the left leg. If you did do this cross last time, then feel free to switch it over. So we're going to start to lean towards the right leg, lean over to the centre, lean to the left, and then inhale back up. So just start circling again, so really easy. Just open it up. We may be building to a chin stand today. We'll see what happens. If you want to start adding movements with the head, movements with the shoulders. You close your eyes, really feel how fluid you're moving. And then we'll just start to slow the circles, and then we're going to change directions. Just go the other way, and again, up to you what you want to do with the hands. Keep them on the floor, on your knees. You want to move the shoulders, and circle them around as well. Just so you feel how the hips, your body feels in each position. Okay, and then we'll just slowly bring ourselves back to centre, and then inhale. So on the exhale, we're going to reach the right hand to the right, and then we're going to be either staying with the right hand down or elbow, and left hand is going to sweep overhead, and we're going to start to find a stretch down that left side. Try and keep the left hip grounded down. can be active through that left arm, keep reaching it, maybe reach with the fingers, shoulders staying back away from the ears though, or you can just bend the elbow and just rest the hand on the head. So nice and easy, just a couple more breaths. And then from there then, we're going to keep the head where it is, and we're just going to bring the left hand back to the left side, keep the head where it is at the same angle, and we're just going to push ourselves upright, but keeping the head dropped over to the right there. Keep reaching now the left hand to the left as far as you can. You may even change the head position slightly by tucking the chin towards the ear a bit more, or drawing the chin away slightly to just any place that you find a stretch in that left side of the neck. Shoulder, you can play around with the hand position, even rotating, rolling onto the, turning the palm down, that might alter things in the shoulder. I find a bit going on there. And reach the chin slightly to the side. Make sure there's no pain anywhere as well. So if you do start feeling anything wrong, just come back to centre. Couple more breaths. And then from there, then just slowly bring ourselves back up, however's going to go. So you want to roll the chin to the chest and then lift the head up, just slowly coming back. Okay, so coming back to those cat cows, just hold on to the knees. Let's exhale and tuck the chin in, just lean backwards. So you broaden in between the shoulders, and then inhale, let's sit back up and drop the shoulders down, lift the chest, or even lift the head, or play around with the head position. So do 3 more. Exhale as we round back. You might even start to lean back as if the feet may start to lift, and then inhale as we lift the chest up and arch the opposite way. So just go your own pace. We'll do 2 more. Exhale as you draw your belly in, tuck the chin in, and round your back away. Push the knees into the hands to help you stretch, and then inhale as we sit back up. We're going to be coming into boat from this one, so exhale as we lean back. You may start to lift the feet, and now we're going to start to lift the chest. Bring the knees in towards each other, almost grow upwards, and then hands can come out to the side. And again, we're holding for about, say, 30 seconds here. So keep pulling your belly in, keep lifting the chest. And bring the shoulders back and down. And then tuck the chin in, maybe a little bit. Really feel what's working here. And keep growing up from the floor, from your sit bones. So we'll be coming into a plank from here. So you can either cross any cross which felt more comfortable maybe, and roll onto the ankles, onto the knees, and then hop back into plank. Or we might anyway just sweep your feet to the side and then we end up in plank. So when you're ready, maybe taking a cross. Anyway, you can roll forward, press into the hands. You can lift the hips and then step backwards into a plank, and really extend the knees now, really push. The legs have been bent this whole time, really straighten, maybe push back into the heels. You might want to drop the knees down to start with as well, so just see what you feel. Try and spread the weight through the hands, keep lifting up the shoulders away from the ears, neck long. Draw your belly in, try and lengthen. You might want to push back into heels a little bit, you might get a bit of a stretch. I get a bit of a stretch on my calves today. Nice deep breaths here. You might be feeling it after those boats as well. Nice position for the neck. And you're holding that. And then on the exhale, then let's reach your chest forwards, tuck your elbows in to your sides, keep your body braced as we lower down onto your fronts. And when you get to the front, then just tuck the toes, maybe give your hips a little rock from side to side. So just make a pillow with the hands, and then we'll just straighten really reach the feet away from us. Press the hips down, and inhale, let's lift the right leg, and then reach the right foot to the back of the room. And keep lifting the right knee, really straighten out, avoid twist. And then exhale, let's lower the right foot, or hover it off the floor there. So do another 3, inhale, lifting the right leg, reaching it back. And then exhale as we hover the right leg down. Just 2 more. Inhale as we lift the right leg, reach it back, so we can avoid bending the knee as well. and then exhale. And then one more inhale, right leg, just keep on holding, and then exhale, just stay. Okay, so we're gonna start to either keep the right leg in the air where we are, we can just bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the head can stay off the floor, so we don't have to be putting the weight down onto the neck or anything. And then we can bend the left knee, push into your left knee now, and see if you can catch your right leg on top of the left. So you push into the knee, lift the hips higher, make sure it's not too much for your back. You can either keep your leg from touching, or you can just cross the legs over. The leg can rest on top of the foot there, that's it. And you can go as high up the leg as you want to, or low down. You can stay quite low if you want, and just have the foot on the ankle on the foot. But you can keep rolling the shoulders back and down. You can lift the head, squeeze the elbows in, maybe be active through the upper body. You can rest the chin slightly. Might even want to lengthen the neck there to make sure it feels okay. So, no pain in the neck. No pain in the back as well. If you've gone quite high, just lower down. So a few more breaths here. Keep reaching that right leg up. And then slowly let's control the leg off. The left leg can control down, and then the right leg controls down. Inhale, then prepare for cobra. Exhale, start to lift the chest, and you can either stay hands off ground or low cobra, or coming up a bit further, depending on how our back's feeling. Shoulders back again, elbows in. Inhale, and then exhale. So take a few little waves here. We'll do another 3. Let's inhale, let's wave straight back up. You might want to keep your chin tucked in. Just focus on waving up right from your centre, and then all the way to the head last. Inhale, and then exhale. So again, inhale as we wave all the way up, and then exhale as we circle back down, and then final one, it's an extra one. Nice little ripple up, and then rippling back down. So you can just make a pillow again for our hands, for our head. If you want to give your back a little rock, and just loosen up after those, the other side. Push your hips down, push down to the right foot. We're going to reach the left foot back now and lift the left leg. So inhale, lifting the left leg, exhale as we lower or hover the left foot off the floor. So another 3, inhale, left leg lifts and reaches back. And then exhale as you lower. So a couple more. So we can avoid twisting and bending the knees to see if we can really straighten and just go as far back as you feel. And then we're just going to hold the left leg in the air. You may just stay now holding the left leg up, or just slightly bend the right knee and just use the right foot to rest the leg on. Otherwise, you're going to bend the right knee quite a lot. Bring your hands ready underneath the shoulders, so you can push into the hands as well. So you can inhale, exhale, then brace. Just kick the left leg up higher. You may stay there or cross the leg and rest it on top of the right foot. There's loads of hand options. You can bring the hands by your side and push down into the palms. Keep the shoulders back, you can rest the chin. You can keep lifting higher maybe in time. You can keep the leg off the leg, and then you'll just be working to hold the position. Make sure your neck's okay with what option you're going. Your back's okay as well. Keep bracing. If you've got loads of energy, you can take the leg off the leg. And then from there we're going to control the right leg, control the left leg, and then we're back into cobra, another 4. So as you inhale, we can wave straight back up, and then exhale as we wave straight back down. Just go at your own pace. So really focus on starting from your centre, so your lumbar, so working up to the middle, all the way up to your neck, and then exhale. 2 more. Really focus on waving. Shoulders staying active. And arms, elbows if you can, keep squeezing them in. Once you've done your 4, just stay down at the bottom. So we're going to press, so tuck your toes under, we're coming back into our plank. So again, make sure we keep our hips now from staying down so we can brace. You might even want to start lift, so you can lift everything up as one. You're lifting it back into your plank, you don't want to tuck under a plank. And we're going to be moving into down facing dog, so you can just soften the knees, start to press the floor away with the hands, and then start to lift the hips up. If you want to pedal out the legs or twist or sway, move around. Right, we're going to give the head a circle or a little shake. Okay, so just keep your left foot on the floor. Let's inhale, reach the right foot, back and up. And on the exhale, let's bring the right knee towards the right elbow. And see if you can touch the elbow, doesn't matter if it doesn't. So you can even place it on the elbow. And then inhale as you bring the right leg back up, press deeper into the left leg. So do 3 more, breathe out, bring the right knee towards the elbow, so you can touch the elbow, place it on the elbow. You can bring your, if it's not too much on the wrist, shoulders forwards of the wrists. And then inhale, kick back up. So 2 more, exhale, knee towards the right elbow. Inhale as we lift. And then final one, then exhale, right knee to the right elbow. We're going to pause with the knee on the elbow. Keep on bracing, keep pushing into the hands, keep trying to lift that right foot up nice and high, keep lifting the hips, keep bracing. And then we're going to set the right foot to the outside of the right hand for lizard. Maybe it's up to you, you're going to heel toe it in a little bit so you can get a bit more weight into the foot, or just depending on how the hips feel, you might want to give the knee a little circle. And then active back leg if you want to go harder, or rest in the left knee, maybe you can bring it closer so you're not getting so much of a stretch in that left thigh. So play around with the position, aiming maybe a left thigh or hip stretch with this right inner thigh, hamstring glute stretch. So we can start to lower ourselves down for a deeper stretch. So you can maybe even get less weight in the hands too, so more strengthening in your core and legs. So it's grounding through that right foot. So just check if you're rolling. So you may be intentionally rolling to the side if that feels really good. So just see what you're doing, everything with intention. So you can get less weight in the hands if possible, so we're not going to get too tired through the wrists, hands, because we've got a bit more pressing to come. So you can do forearms on a block or fists for the hands maybe here if you feel you need to. Otherwise try and make sure that you're placing the weight nicely on the hands if you are on the hands. Okay, so we start to bring ourselves back up. So if you're in a reached lunge, you bring your hands back in under the shoulders. Then we're going to bring our left knee in quite a bit. So you can just step it in so it's more underneath the hip. And then this right leg then we're going to kick up behind us into like a tiger. So it's inhale with the right leg in the air, and then exhale, let's bring the right knee under. So left knee's pretty much under the hip, hands under the shoulders. Really drive the knee under, and then inhale, let's kick the right foot upwards towards the back of the head. So this would be the first option if you don't want to add the presses. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, right knee under. Tuck the chin, brace, and then inhale, kick the right foot up, and then lift the head as you kick the right foot up. And then last one then, exhale, right knee under, and inhale, kick up. So we're going to start to press maybe if you want to, otherwise keep going with those. We can start to reach forward, squeeze the elbows in, and then just lower to the point you want to go. So maybe halfway, you maybe bring the chin towards the floor, up to you. Inhale, push back up. 3 more, exhale as you lean forwards and press. And inhale as you lift back up. So 2 more, exhale as you reach forwards and press. Keep lifting that right leg up. Inhale. And then last one, then exhale as you press. And inhale. Let's tuck your left toe under. Let's exhale, bring the right knee to the forehead. And now lift the left knee, so we're kind of in that knee to forehead or knee to even elbow if you want to place the knee on the elbow. And then inhale, let's kick back up into down dog split where we were earlier. And then exhale, let's land the right foot down. If anyone fancies taking a vinyasa, if you want to not take any extra vinyasas and save the arms, you can always rest in child's pose before we do the other side. Otherwise we can roll forward into plank. Inhale, exhale, we can lower down for our cobra. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale, we can lower. Inhale as we press. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhale, then reach the right, keep the right foot down, reach the left foot up behind us. 4 left knees to forearm. Exhale, left knee under, so you can touch the knee on the arm, even go further forward. Inhale, kick back up. Let's do another 3. Exhale, knee to elbow. We'll be back off the hands in lunge in a moment. Inhale, lift back up. So 2 more. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, back up. Push into that right leg, last one. Then exhale, knee to elbow. So you can then really lift the knee, place it on the arm, maybe reach forward a little bit more with the chest. When you're ready, we'll step the left foot to the left hand. You may want to adjust your foot, bring it in a little bit more, change the angle of the knee of the foot. You might want to rest the right knee down and be a bit more relaxed. So if you feel that you can't come onto the elbows, say and lower, we can always use something underneath the hands, or just try and get more weight into that left foot. So easy if you bring the right knee in closer, hard if you slide it back a bit more, or lift the leg off the floor, then really have to engage and really engage that left leg. Less weight in the hands, you can always bring the arms forward and have no weight in the hands, so you've got to work, you can even aeroplane that, there's loads of variations. So if you want to go really strong in the legs, then core, maybe no hands, maybe fingertips, if you want to save the getting too much on the hands because you've still got a bit to go, or blocks, support, any. So aim for that, stretch around that left hip, stretch in the front of the right, and then maybe working a lot in the legs or core depending on what you're doing. It's up to you. Do another 3 deep breaths there. Okay, so just bring the hands back in and just get the weight back on the hands. We can bring the right knee now in, so you can just slide it in so it's more underneath the hips and hands and the shoulders. And we've got tigers with the left leg, so you're going to spread the weight through the hands. Let's bring the left leg up in the air behind us, lifting the chest, bring the foot towards the back of the head. Exhale as you bring the left knee under to the forehead and round your back, draw your belly in. Again, inhale as we kick up, shoulders back and down. And exhale as we round it up. So 2 more, inhale as we lift. And exhale. And then last one, then inhale. And hold still, I think, exhale. Maybe add the presses or keep going with tigers. We can exhale next as we lower. And then inhale next as we press it. Just go your own pace, just press as much as you want. You can just slightly bend the arms and then straighten. So just do what feels right for your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists. So 2 more. If you can, instead of going backwards, so you can go and rest the elbows down, so you can come forwards, the elbows in time. They may need to come back a little bit if it's a lot of wrist, too much in the wrist. Once you're doing your four, let's tuck the right toe under. So we're going to exhale, bring the left knee to the forehead, round up, and then we're going to bring the right knee off the floor into your plank with the knee under, and then down dog split with the left leg up in the air there, inhale. Exhale, slam the left foot down. So we've got another vinyasa if anyone wants it, otherwise just child's pose or stay here. So we can roll forward into plank if you want to. Exhale, lower, and come into up dog if you know it, otherwise cobra. Add an extra push up. So inhale, cobra, exhale, lower. Inhale, push back up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. So we're coming to the front of the mat. So in child's pose, we're going to come back into down dog. So let's inhale, lift onto tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, look for a walk step, or if you want to hop, let's move to the front. Inhale, let's lift up halfway. And then exhale, let's come into an easy fold, or just a shake off the shoulders, shake off the head. Just release any tension in the neck as well, if you want to just let the head kind of the weight of the hair just drop towards the floor. Stand nice and even. Spread your toes. Twist if you want to, or sway. And pedal the legs out. Okay, so it's bend the knees, breathe in. Push into your feet, breathe out, let's unravel to stand. Bend the elbows, do an inhale, reach the hands up. If you want to gaze in between the hands, gaze up. And then exhale, bring the palms down. So as inhale, let's reach the hands back up. And then on the exhale then, just taking an easy side bend. So dropping the right hand down to the right leg. And then just start to almost shift your hips to the left. And reach over with that left hand. So we're getting, maybe finding a stretch there. Keep the shoulders away from the ears and head in a nice position. Just instead of twisting, you might want to keep the hips more forward. And then inhale, let's brace. Let's try and tip back up. Reaching the right hand up. Exhale, drop your left hand down. Let's reach over to the left. So the right hand reaches overhead. You can draw the shoulders back and be active through the right arm. Make sure it's not too much. Just aiming for that stretch down the side. So it's like coming at this quite tricky, so make sure you really pull your belly in. Let's brace, lift back up. Inhale, we'll do one more each side, but this time maybe keeping both arms overhead if they felt good. So lean into the right. Inhale, exhale, brace, come back up. Start to talk and do this. One more, exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, pause. Exhale, brace, let's come back up. Inhale, and then exhale, just shake off the arms. Maybe do some little twists and just let the arms kind of hit your body and just release any tension in the wrists. Just let the fingers or the hands be heavy. Okay, so as inhale, reach the hands out in front. Coming on to tiptoes, and exhale, slowly sit down. So it's bend the knees, shoulders back, really brace. Just come as low as it's okay for your knees, ankles, heels down if we need to. And then inhale at the bottom. And exhale, let's come back up again. So elevator squats. Inhale, then when we get to the top. And exhale as we lower. Inhale at the bottom. Any squat, if you want to do more yogi kind of squats or malasana, you can go feet about mat width if you prefer. And then you can stick with these. We're going to stay at the bottom then on this next one. So in the exhale, just slowly control down. Inhale, and then exhale, we'll just drop the hands inside the knees. So we're going to be moving into crow. So we're going to be having a go at chin stand in a bit, which will be coming from a lizard arm balance. So let's start with crow. So grip the floor with the hands, look in front, lift the hips up, and connect the knees to the arms and squeeze them in. Start to lean forward like we did with those tiger press ups earlier. And as you do, you may find you scoop the hips up and brace, but you may be able to draw the feet up. Or you can lift one foot up and test that and see how that feels. Just keep looking quite far in front as well, so that should help. Dig down into the fingers as soon as you use your whole hand. So your fingertips can push you back if you go too far. So from here, we're either going to hop, step, or however we want to, and back to lie down on our front. So we can either come from our crow, so you want to almost scoop the hips up. As we scoop up and straighten our legs, bend the arms, will be landing in chaturanga or just onto your front. So you want to lift, scoop, and then lie down. Otherwise we'll hop to our front. When we get there, we can just rest on our, make a pillow with our hands. Okay, so we're going to try locust next. So it's push down into the hips, you can just keep a pillow with the hands. And we're going to have a go either lifting up the single legs or just both together this time. So either one leg, right leg, or both together. Try and push the hips down. You can reach the feet to the back, keep the knees from bending, and then exhale, we can just rest. So just inhale, prepare. Exhale, this time you're going to lift up either both legs or go for the left leg. and then we'll inhale as we rest. So on the exhale, as we brace, we can lift up both legs or the right again. So inhale, we can rest. And we'll just do one more. Exhale, let's lift up both legs or the other one. Feel that pushing down into your hips, and then we can rest and give the back a shake off. So let's bring the hands then by the lower ribs for one up dog. Otherwise we're going to do one more cobra. So inhale, prepare. On the exhale, we'll press down to the front of the feet. We can lift the knees, thighs, and we can wave up so our body's kind of hovering. Shoulders are right over the, well, depending on again, flexibility in the wrists too. So you can, in time, make sure the lower back feels good. We can draw the shoulders back, really push into the hands. Nice space between the ears and the shoulders, neck. And then exhale, we can lower ourselves back down again. So now we're going to have one more go at the locust, so we just a double leg raise. Or if it's comfortable and it's not too much on the chin, we can even keep the head off the floor in this bit. Push into the hands. We're going to scoop the hips up so the head can still be free, and interlace the hands then underneath our body, in between the legs almost. Press in. There's a few different options with the hands, but I like to interlace them so my thumbs point down, but I know some prefer to keep their palms flat. For me, that's too much for my wrists, but it might be too much to have your thumbs down, so it might be uncomfortable for the arms. So you play around with what feels good. We want to press into the arms, into the hands. So for me, it's to interlace. And then I'm going to walk my, shrug my shoulders underneath, so they're right under my body, and then I'm lying down on my hands. So I'll quickly show you from kneeling. So like this, or like that maybe. So for me, I can't get my palm flat down without feeling strain there, so that works. And I'm going to be pushing, instead of having the arms out, I'm walking them in, and I'm pushing down into the floor, pushing into the floor, and that will give you the lift. Okay. So we're going to have a go using the arms now to lift the legs up further. So we inhale, prepare. And on the exhale, we're going to brace, lift the legs, push down into the arms. And then inhale, we can just rest or hold still if you want to. Make sure that the bones feel okay in the arms. It's not too much pressure. If you've got a watch, you might want to take it off. We can do this a few times or just hold up. So inhale, exhale. It's a lot of work in the back body. Pressing, it takes a lot of energy. Let's try 2 more. And then last one then. Eventually, you can curl up that way. Maybe remove the hands when you're done, just make a pillow. And curl up and land the feet either side of your head. Okay, I've not been able to do that myself, so I've seen people who have. So just have hands under your shoulders or lower ribs, up dog or cobra. Inhale. Exhale, let's wave ourselves up. Inhale there. And then exhale, we can either come straight back from up dog, or if you're in cobra, you want to take the full push up. And we'll be lengthening out in our downward facing dogs. Okay. So just keep your left foot grounded. Inhale, reach the right foot back and up. And on the exhale, let's bring the right knee towards the elbow. If you can, place it on the elbow. If you can, bend the elbows, squeeze the elbows in towards your sides. Maybe reach forward, push into the hands. Maybe have a little lift of that left leg. And then inhale, we'll come back up. So just a little, maybe even a little hop of that left leg. So down dog split again. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Maybe reach forward, make sure it's okay on the wrist. Maybe left leg hops. And then inhale, kick back up. So 2 more. Exhale, right knee to elbow. Maybe hop. Inhale, back up. And then last one, exhale, right knee to right elbow. If you want to hop. That's fine, a little fine as an inhale. Exhale, let's lunge the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So you're going to come off the hands again in a moment now. So we're going to turn the right foot inwards, and we're going to have it go. It's quite a big inner thigh stretch, so you might want to just rest the right knee in. So easier to get into it if you rest the right knee in, turn the right foot underneath you, so your feet are more together. Adjust this right foot inwards a little bit with the knee points, and then just take your time to start to sit down inside this right leg. This left knee can just stay bent, and then we'll pad it up. Make sure it's comfortable on that knee. You may then maybe straighten out the leg. Otherwise, you can spin. You can come onto your back tip, just spin round in time, sitting down inside this right leg. So easy. You can step the feet in, so you're in that little squat, and then have a go at testing. You might want to support the ankle. The heel may go down, depending on those ankles. You might want to support this inner left leg as well. So just try and find a bit of a stretch in that inner thigh maybe, and this right inner thigh or hip, knee. Make sure the ankles, sorry, not knee, we don't want the knee to strain. So try and spread the weight through the right foot. Hand side if you want to come into prayer, or you can take a bind or any bit, or use the hands on the floor to support. Make a pillow with your right hand. So this bent leg, you've gone for it, is just make it comfortable. And you just start to sink and just keep sliding that bent leg to the side. And it can be more like a child's pose on the foot under, or it can be more like a frog. This left leg as well. So have a nice rest on the hands. So we're going to try flying lizard next. We'll talk you through it step by step rather than just hopping, flinging the left leg in the air. So let's push down, let's come back to our lizard. So lift the hips up, step back with that left foot if you bent the knee, and bring in our hips more level. Then we just rest the right knee on the floor, heel toe the right foot a little out to the side. And then the right hand's going to come inside the right leg, and the knee's going to be balanced on the ledge of the arm, just like crow. So we're going to place this right leg like we do crow. So bring the left knee in so you can push into the left knee. The right leg's going to come to the right arm. So this right leg's like crow, knee to the arm there. So like you did in crow, right leg there's like crow. So from there then you want to do like the tiger we did earlier. So you can start to reach your chest forward and lift the left knee off the floor, so come onto our left hip zone. As you push deep down into the fingertips, you may find a lot of bracing, and lift that left leg in the air like you did those leg raises lying on our front. Another option, which you might find a bit easier, would be to bring your foot more central. Make sure it's okay on the knee, the hip, the right hip. So the foot's inside the hands and the arm is underneath the knee. If it's not too much for the ankle, we can always get a bit of a stretch for the front of the ankle and have the foot underneath us, so we're not, and then eventually we can take that foot off the floor by squeezing the leg into the arm. Then we can have a go, or even using that foot, we can kick the left foot in the air behind, like tiger almost. When we've had enough of that, keep going with it, but the next step would be to come into your chin stand. It's like gone crazy. So if we don't want to do chin stands, the option would be puppy dog. It's a bit different, but it's kind of chin stand. So you can pretty not talk. Let's bring the right knee back behind us then, onto the floor next to the left knee. Let's slide the hands out in front. You can come onto fingertips if you want to. Make sure it's okay on the shoulders. We're going to start to drop the chest down. If you want to stop a little bit, you can stop. You can bring the forehead or even go chin chest. And just leave there, depending on how much it feels in the shoulders and neck and that. If we did want the chin stand, so we're back in that right foot to the right hand position. We're going to kick your right foot back up for your tiger, like you did earlier. Tuck your left toe, lift the left knee. We're back into down dog split. Exhale, let's bring the right knee towards the right arm. You're going to reach your chest forward. We're going to bring the chin towards the floor, lift the left high, and then maybe lift the right leg to meet the left. Really squeeze the elbows in, and then strong through the shoulders. We can then it's quite hard to say, take a vinyasa. Once you've done puppy then, you can pull the hands back in. You can take a vinyasa, or just come straight back to down dog to repeat on the other side. Am I going a bit too far there? I'm not sure. Just so you're breathing. So yeah, if you fancy vinyasa, feel free to plank up dog back into down dog. Okay,
Let's do the other side. So just keep your right foot grounded. Inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, let's bring the left knee to left elbow. See if we can place it there. Maybe reach your chest forwards, maybe push the elbow down, knee into the elbow, lift the right leg, and then lift the left leg back out. So 4 little hops, or 4 knees to elbow. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Really push down into the hands. You might want to bend the elbows and push the knee into the elbow, elbow down to the hand. Root down, lift up, inhale there. 2 more, exhale, knee to elbow, maybe a little hop flying lizard. Inhale, kick back up. Last full one then, exhale, knee to elbow, little flying lizard. Inhale, kick back up. Exhale, land the left foot to the outside of the left hand again. We're going into your kind of Cossack squat. So easier, you can bring the right knee in a little bit, spin the right foot to the side, more like a almost warrior 2. You can adjust the front leg, make sure this knee, you might want to slide it out a little bit. This foot can be to one way or the other. You can just start to sit down, make sure it's not too much for the knee hip. And then we may just stay there, find a comfortable place for that ankle. And then we can even pray hands there, see how that inner thigh feels. Or we can maybe straight up out the right leg. You can spin straight from lizard to make sure it's not too much. You can support, if you need to lift onto your tiptoe, you can always put something underneath the foot to stabilise. If you feel there's a lot of stretch in this underneath leg, you might want to support the knee with something there as well. Bend the knee. You may slide the leg a bit further and the heel may go down. Again, any hand you want to play a hand. Play around. So you get a nice stretch. Your right inner thigh. So we're almost there. So we'll be coming back over that left leg then for lizards. We're going to try a lot of upper body strengthening in lizards. So start to swivel yourself back to face over the left leg. Okay, I'm going to come to center, let these clear back this way. So bend the right knee, we can rest the right knee down for a moment. And this left knee can come onto the left elbow like we do it in crow. So just knee on the elbow. From there then you can start to reach your chest forward, squeeze the elbows in, tuck your right toe under, lift the right knee and keep reaching, look forward. We're almost trying to reach the chin or chest out in front. You can just play around with that and maybe getting the right leg lifted, braced, everything strong in that back leg. Otherwise we can try and hook the left arm inside the left leg, so heel toe the left leg in, and then the hands then on the both hands like a press up position. Make sure it's okay on the ankle though, it might be too much. We bring the foot underneath. You can use that foot then, or even the other way around, you can use that to feel that right leg lifting. So you can push to lift the back leg. It's just a lot easier if you've got that foot to help. So you can kind of lean forward, have a good push into the hands. Otherwise you can untuck, the leg can lift, and then the back leg can lift. And really pressing down and bracing. Start feeling it. Okay, so when we're ready to move on, I have one more peppy dog. So you can slide the left knee back to the right. You might want to turn the hands, maybe not turn the hands, fingertips, or turn the palm onto the little finger side of the hands and drop the chest so you can stretch through the arms. Otherwise, we're going to be trying that flying lizard from the left side into a chin stand. A lot of work. So if you do fancy it, you're going to sweep that left leg up in the air into your tiger. Exhale, bring the left knee under, tuck the right to lift the right knee, and then we're down dog split with the left leg in the air. Exhale, left knee towards the left elbow. Try and place it on the elbow, reach your chest forward. Lift the back leg. Ooh, I wasn't trying to talk. Got to lift the back leg as high as possible in order to have that place where the other one can meet and not fall down. Squeeze the legs. And then we can lower for vinyasa. So from puppies, you want to slide the hands back in, so keep working that. And then pressing, I would take a vinyasa or straight into down dog. Inhale, lifting then onto tiptoes. Bend the knees, look for a walk, step, or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, wave up halfway. So this time it's try and brace halfway. If you take the hands away from you, squeeze the shoulders together, reach the hands back. And then maybe take a fold with the hands reaching overhead. Otherwise, just dangle the arms. Then we can slowly let go of the arms. Bend the knees, inhale, breathe out, let's slowly roll up to stand. Roll, bend the elbows, inhale, reach the hands up. And then exhale, bring the palms together. And then we won't do side bends, we just sway, just shake off the arms. You want to stretch the neck or just shake off whatever feels good. So we're going to bring it down now. So it's one tiptoe squat or one yogi squat, any squat, you're going to come all the way down and try and go as slow as possible. So you're going to go for 10, 9, harder at the bottom section as well, near the bottom, 8, 7, 6, keep breathing, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay longer, 2, keep going. When you want to sit, keep sitting, keep sitting. I cheated, I came down. Well done, I was watching you. Okay, whether you want to lower yourself down. Well done. And then to lower your bum and bring your legs out in front. Just shake off the shoulders. Okay. So we've got a minute before Shavasana, so we may go a little bit over, but if you do need to dash, we can turn this on mute maybe and go straight into Shavasana. So we're just going to have a little bit more core boats before we calm. So inhale, let's reach the hands up like we did earlier. We came from cross-legged, lean back, and we lifted into our boat. Maybe we're trying to full boat this time. We're either going to hold still, hands can reach as well to make it harder, or we're going to lift and lower a few times. So maybe you do this with bent knees, you can lower a little bit and then come back up. You can lower all the way to dish. Really keep bracing there. And then inhale. So just choose the option. Legs can stay straight. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. So just keep going. Keep breathing. If you feel like you're straining, just stop. If you feel like you've got loads of energy, let's do another load of them. Okay, we'll start calming down. When you do end up lying down, just scan over your body. Just see how everything's feeling. If you want to twist, you might want a spinal twist. You might want a back bend. You might want something upside down with the into chin stand. So maybe close your eyes, just see what your body really fancies. You may just want to lie down, and that's great as well. So I'm thinking, twist, but see what you want. So you're going to step, if you want this option, you'll step the feet in towards your bum, and bring the knees together, and then lift the knees towards the chest. Keep the arms reaching out, or E-shaped arms. Keep the shoulders grounded. Let's brace and start to drop the knees over to the right. And then you can rest the knees down. You might even want to straighten the left leg, kick it over the top a bit more. So any twist then, or any option that your body wants. So nice, deep breaths, relax, bring it down.
bring the left leg back in. You can brace, let's come back to centre. Inhale, exhale, let's drop the knees the opposite direction. And then again, you can just rest there. You might want to kick the top legs more over, or adjust any twist that feels good. You want to adjust the shoulders. When you've done about the same then, we'll just bring the leg back in, and brace, bring the knees back to centre, and then just resting down on the floor. And just take a moment with the knees bent, feet flat on the floor. You lengthen your neck, walk the shoulders under, and stay here. And otherwise we're going to start to straighten the legs, slide the feet out in front, and just give the feet a rock, and we're in Shavasana. We're just going to rest our bodies here. Also, take this time if you like to relax the mind. Instead of getting carried away with your thoughts, so you can just see what they are. And just notice without getting too involved. So you might want to use the focus point. So it could be your breath, so feel in your breath. And just start to make little movements again. So maybe some deep breaths, or wiggling the fingers, or stretching the arms or legs. And we'll curl up then into the right hand side and give the knees a hug. And then when you're ready to just roll up to set. And just take a big breath in and stretch. And exhale, bring your hands in front. Well, thank you so much for joining today, Walter.